Now, the president also says he has a busy agenda on this Saturday. Earlier, he tweeted, "Important day spent at Camp David with our very talented generals and military leaders. Many decisions made, including on Afghanistan." And another tumultuous week for President Trump and his White House staff. And joining us now is the president of Loyola Marymount Global Policy Institute, Michael Genovese. Thanks so much for being with us.
Pleasure.
So we want to start with Bannon being out. Do you think that this is going to have much impact on the White House?
Well, it reflects the ongoing musical chairs in the White House. There's a lot of conflict and confusion, and there's also a lot of competition. There basically have been four factions in the Trump White House. The ideological faction, that was led by Bannon. The military faction, Kelly's now the leader of that. The Republican National Committee faction, that was Priebus, he's out. And the family faction. And so what's happened is the only two really strongly remaining factions are the family and the military. But Bannon himself was a very useful lightning rod for the president. He detracted some of the criticism, drew it onto himself. But once the Charlottesville situation rose and there was discussion of white supremacists and racists and neo-Nazis, Bannon became a very, very easy target and a real liability.
And he is going back to Breitbart, and he says there he's going to be fighting for President Trump. But is there a chance that he could kind of change his ways and go against him?
Well, he's already demonstrated that he wants to wage war. The question is against whom?
Exactly.
Will he declare war at some point against President Trump, with whom he had good relations but is now very disappointed? Or, more likely, will he go after the Republican establishment that he's been railing against from day one? And there you've got Ryan, McConnell, the Republicans in Congress. And so what you may very well see is the battle between Wall Street and Wild Street. Wall Street with the mainstream Republicans trying to hold on to their control, with the Wild Street Bart Brights and white supremacists and neo-Nazis saying, no, this is really our party. And that could get very ugly, and it could dramatically change the Republican brand going into the future.
And the president's comments after the Charlottesville violence, do you think that this could really impact his presidency? Because a lot of people are unhappy with what he said.
Well, you know, he's been saying horrifying things since the campaign. I mean, we all remember I just grabbed them by the blank. And so every time he says something outrageous, we think, oh, that's it, he's disqualified himself. And yet, as the president himself said during the campaign, I could shoot someone on Fifth Avenue and I wouldn't lose a vote. His base remains very loyal to him. But his base is small. It's about a third of the voters. And he can't afford to lose very many of those people. It's not a monolithic base. And you've seen the mainstream Republicans this week because of all the racist comments. And it's amazing we're in 2017 and we have to talk out against neo-Nazis. It's shocking. But because of that, what you're seeing going on is that there's a real battle inside of Trump and inside of his presidency. Who knows who's going to win that battle? Who knows how far that the American public will go? But Trump can't win, can't govern without the mainstream. And if the mainstream sees Trump as toxic, then that's going to be where the real battle is. The Democrats are sitting on the sidelines saying, resist, resist, and that's it. They're not a part of this process. It's all within the Republican Party.
And a lot to be seen if he will actually be able to govern with so much, you know, discontent in there.
Right. In a word, no, you can't govern with 1/3 of the population on your side. You need to broaden your base. You need the mainstream Republicans. You need to open up to others. It's not a dictatorship. You need the other branches. It's not a one-branch government, it's a three-branch government. And so consensus, cooperation, coalition building is how you get things done. All the things Trump hates to do.
But with Bannon out, do you think he'll be better led or guided?
Well, clearly, General Kelly wants to bring him towards the mainstream. Clearly, his family wants to bring him towards the mainstream because their brand, not just politically, but their financial brand is in deep jeopardy now. You see all these companies now pulling out of Trump hotels and pulling out of business deals with Trump. If he and the brand become toxic, it just collapses everything for Trump and his family.
All right. Michael Genovese, thank you so much for joining us this morning.